We have an update on a WWE champion following a recent injury scare. Elsewhere, a New Japan star has announced his early retirement. And we take a look at major TNA departures and returns at the recent set of Impact tapings. It's all in the wrestling news. Hello everyone, it's Jack and Ross from Cultaholic back again with the Monday morning wrestling news. We're going to start by talking about Asuka because there was concern last week that one half of the women's tag team champions was out of action, having suffered an injury, a televised injury or a televised incident that led people to believe that she was injured.
Looked like she was injured on TV, didn't it?
It was bad, it looked bad, yeah. SE Scoops is reporting today that Asuka is cleared to compete after missing last week's live events, competing last night even in Springfield, Illinois. I'm just laughing at the typo there, Illinois.
That's how it's spelled, phonetically. It'll work.
So yeah, what do you reckon? Well, SE Scoops have a bit more on this actually.
Yeah, they do. They just say it was a precautionary measure following fears that Asuka may have been hurt during that big brawl on SmackDown. In terms of WrestleMania plans, we're still not quite sure what the Kapukis are doing because I haven't seen SmackDown yet. It's on my list of jobs to do today.
Yep.
No, you haven't either.
No.
We're fantastic wrestling journalists. But yeah, you got to think with the tag team championships on the, going to get defended WrestleMania weekend, whether it be the SmackDown night 1 or night 2, you want her fully fit.
I could check the WrestleMania card if you want.
Go on then, get the full card up. Why the hell not? Everyone at home knows what it is.
I know. I agree with the precautionary measure though. I mean, it looked like she'd really severely twinged it when she was limping around on SmackDown. Yeah. Maybe she's just a really good seller.
Yeah, well, it's Asuka. She's one of the best in the history of professional wrestling. Isn't that right? Billy Goldberg.
And I think I can imagine, and I don't want to assume too much, but I assume that Triple H is maybe more likely a head creative guy to say, let's rest you for a few weeks just to make sure you're all right for WrestleMania. I don't want to say that Vince would have just thrown her back in there, but he might have done.
Well, things were changing before Vince went away, but Triple H, I think it's safe and say that Triple H has got a more humane approach to the booking of his professional wrestlers. Have we stolen enough time for you to find a WrestleMania card?
Yeah, I can't see any new Kabuki Warriors matches.
Fantastic. That's what they're doing then, isn't it?
Yes, presumably. Elsewhere, in sad news, New Japan's Alex Coughlin announced his retirement from wrestling at just 30 years of age. He was with the Bullet Club War Dogs, of course, part of their stable, and teamed with them against the United Empire in a big hour-long steel cage match on February 11th, a match where it's believed that he suffered a career-altering injury. A few weeks later, on February 24th, he had what would be his final match at NYWC Psycho Circus 21, and soon after that match, he took to social media.
Yeah, he tweeted saying, "Yeah, I'm retired and it sucks. Now leave me the F alone. Actually, I have some merch and gear to sell still, so don't F off just yet."
Fair enough.
So head over to his social media, click on the link and buy some merch while you still can.
Yeah, he began his career in 2018 where he quickly began training as a young lion in New Japan, graduating in 2021 and wrestling as the Android before teaming up with Gabe Kidd and joining Bullet Club, becoming New Japan Strong Tag Team Champions in the process. Really sad news because he's so young.
That's the main thing, isn't it? 30 years of age, barely got going. I mean, I say barely got going. It felt like the War Dogs really hitting their stride in the past year. And this comes from a guy who doesn't really watch New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Well, yeah, no, they really were. They were making more of a name for themselves. They had like the kind of the look and the aesthetic and the song and everything.
The shooty promos.
And all the shooty promos. And they were kind of in the spirit of the old school Japanese promotions, foreign heels coming over and causing a ruckus and everything. And he was kind of because you've got like Gabe Kidd and Drilla Maloney all being like the promo guys or really being naughty boys on the microphone, really swearing, and he's kind of just the sort of silent hard man in the back with his lovely moustache, and it's a big shame. I watched that match, the big long steel cage match they had where it's believed he suffered this injury, and I'm trying to think there in my mind what could it have been, but there was a lot of high risk stuff in that sort of hour plus match, so it's hard to really pinpoint it. His bit, I remember he walked out with an armful, like a full armful of chairs on either arm, and then used a lot of them. So, but no, best wishes to him because that really is a shame.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll land on his feet somewhere.
I hope so.
Talented fella.
Yes. Now we have an update on major TNA stars departing after it was reported earlier last week that the Motor City Machine Guns were potentially leaving TNA and filing for several trademarks. Their exit now looks to be confirmed.
Yeah, Peter Insider reported that a send-off was hosted for Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin following TNA's second night of tapings in Philadelphia last night in what was described as an emotional farewell in quotation marks there. Their respective contracts are set to expire on April Fool's Day. What could that mean? Before officially they're going to part ways with TNA.
Fightful Select has added that they are expected, though, to have multiple suitors in free agency and as of now aren't expected back in TNA, but Fightful Select have been told that the door has been kept open for them.
Yeah, what do you say about those two boys? I mean, I'll let you just sit there for 10 minutes and wax lyrical about them because they're your boys.
Oh, boys, that's what they do. Point of the hand. It's because the state of Michigan's in the shape of a hand.
Shazam, like David Blaine.
That's not why. The shape of Michigan is the state of a hand, and that's where Detroit is around. Wherever they point on their hand is where.
That's their home.
Yeah, I got told that by Austin and Sydney, friends of the channel who are from Michigan. But yes, the Motor City Machine Guns, I mean, they're TNA legends by this point, after their many, many years in the company. The thing they're most famous for, I think, in the tag team division would be that series with Beer Money, which was very, very good. Best of 5. And then in recent years, more singles success with Sabin holding the X Division title and Alex Shelley holding the world title not too long ago at all. It's a shame, but maybe there's pastures new. They're not the youngest.
Where they're going to go?
There's many suitors. I don't know. Shelley's got a history in WWE now. He stopped there in a coaching sort of role, didn't he, for a little while?
Did he team with someone on TV?
I feel like he did. He definitely appeared on NXT, I'm sure.
My goodness.
Yeah, very
Let us know who it was in the comments down below.
But yes, I'll read the rest of the notes on them here. Shelley and Sabin started teaming in 2006, but only got together as a team in TNA the following year. Together, they've been tag team champions in TNA, Ring of Honor, New Japan, GCW, and many more. They've had great success as single stars too. Sabin being a 10-time X Division champion, while the pair of them have also been world champion at different times. That wouldn't make sense if they were cool. It would be a story. It could be a storyline.
Lay Cool. It could be,
Oh, yes. It could have been as good
emo
as
version of Lay Cool.
It was also widely reported by PW Insider that Killer Kelly, this is more news coming out the TNA tapings, one half of the former Knockouts Tag Team Champions MK Ultra was also apparently departing, but this has since been updated by Fightful Select, who say that Killer Kelly is taking time off from TNA as opposed to leaving, and she is under contract until 2025.
Hardcore. That's all I've got to say about Killer Kelly. Hardcore.
Oh, she's great. Yeah, no, she's really good. Wears a gum shield, does the hardcore, occasionally does the stiff strikes and that, and the submissions. She's great.
Is it symptomatic of how it just felt like everything was going so well, and then that Scott D'Amore episode happened. We're still not quite sure why Scott D'Amore is forced out the company, the right way to put it.
Seemed like he was too ambitious. They were like, we don't want to be that good, Scott D'Amore. Come on.
And following that, we've got news like this, which is obviously going to weaken the roster somewhat, which is a bit of a shame once again. So it's TNA is just always, when it gets going, there's always like a big log in the middle of the road.
Yeah, it's probably good news for them that they've managed to secure Killer Kelly until 2025. Nearly said Kelly there, which would be even better. But Killer Kelly until 2025. The Machine Guns leaving's a big blow, and the Josh Alexander stuff as well, where they sort of exercised the option on his contract, the extension, and he went, yeah, well, I'll have to do it then.
I guess I'm stuck here. That's basically how he felt. But yeah, that's it for the TNA section of the news, isn't it?
No, there are spoilers ahead for future TNA if you just turn to page 2.
I thought that was the second news video. My goodness.
No.
This has been an absolute car crash this Monday morning.
There was another, just to peek behind the curtain here, there was another page behind our section of notes here which said ideas for video 2, and I've removed those previous.
That's good work
prior
on your
to
part.
shooting. It's all right. There are spoilers ahead now. Warning for future TNA Impact episodes, because this comes out of the tapings. A few familiar faces returned at the TNA tapings at the 2300 Arena, formerly, of course, the ECW Arena, this weekend.
You'll never guess who bloody rocked up in that ECW Arena. This was an ECW reunion show, which will see elements of the TV shows. What the hell? What? Rhino is the first name we've got to mention there. His first TNA match in over a month, losing to Mustafa Ali in an old school rules match and teaming with Dina and Jake something for a 6-man tag, plus the former leader of the full-blooded Italians, Guido.
Whoa.
Big Guido or little Guido?
I think it was little.
It's little, obviously.
Yeah.
Coming up short is Alex Hammerstone.
Yes, Steph DeLander was
I've said that very English, haven't I? Alex Hammerstone.
Steph DeLander made a return to the company as well, having made several appearances last year. She won the Knockouts 8-4-1 match to earn a shot at Jordan Grace's Knockouts world title. But she didn't come alone.
You'll never guess who came with her. It's a bloody just the fella she's affiliated with in the wrestling, is it? Matt Cardona made his return to the company during the tapings as well, most notably helping DeLander win the 8-4-1 match and attacking Jordan Grace during the title match contract signing. Fightful Select have an update on their status there, saying both DeLander and Cardona are still free agents, that most of the TNA roster now are working on a per-date basis.
Now, Cardona and Steph DeLander are so consistent and so such big stars on the indie scene now that them moving kind of up towards TNA and appearing for them on a per appearance basis still feels like a big deal for TNA, which I think shows just how well they're doing getting their brand out there on the independent scene. Yes,
and utilising them like that. Arseholes, the pair of them.
They're really good at being arseholes.
Some might call them total non-stop arseholes now.
Oh, Very good. Check back for more wrestling news later on here on the channel at Cultaholic, and leave your thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. I've been Jack, this has been Ross, and we'll see you soon.